Today we're taking a look at these MLB matches, which are happening on Sunday, July 2nd, 2023, and giving you our team and total picks for today. Welcome back to High Stakes. Before we dive into our video, don't forget to subscribe and to push the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. Also check out our Patreon if you want access to our premium picks. Our Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. You will find the link to our Patreon in the description and comments section below. Minnesota Twins vs Baltimore Orioles. In the series opener on Friday night, the Twins struck 413 hits, 3 of those home runs, and 8 runs. 5 batters in their starting lineup had at least 2 hits in the game. The Twins made it 2 straight wins with a 1-0 win on Saturday afternoon. On the year they have tallied 648 hits through 83 games, 22nd overall, and their .232 batting average ranked 24th. Minnesota's batters have struck out 849 times on the year, 55 more than any other team. Of qualified batters, the Twins have 2 in the bottom 6 in batting, with Byron Buxton second lowest at .208 and Carlos Correa sixth lowest at .217. With their loss in the series opener, the Orioles had dropped 3 straight games. They had gone 5-5 in their 10 games prior to Saturday, and in their 3-game losing streak, they'd been outscored 22-9. The Orioles' pitching held their own on Saturday, but the offense didn't contribute in a 1-0 loss. Baltimore's pitching has a 4.33 team ERA through 80 games, accompanied by a 1.33 whip and .256 opponent batting average. Irvin lasted 3 innings in returning to the starting rotation in his last appearance. This will be his 7th start of the season, with 2 relief appearances as well. The lefty threw 45 pitches and allowed a run and 3 hits. Irvin has made 1 career start against the Twins and did not earn a decision, though he allowed just a run and 5 hits over 6.2 innings. The Baltimore Orioles and the Minnesota Twins will meet again at the end of the week in Minnesota, so this will be the last meeting before a short break. The Orioles have been strong at home this season, with a record of 25-17, the 3rd best home record in the American League. They have won the last game of a home series in 4 of their last 6 series in Camden. Orioles starting pitcher Jordan Lyles has only faced the Twins once in his career, but he performed well in that game. Twins starting pitcher Dylan Bundy has not won a game in nearly 2 months, and the Twins have gone 3-7 over his last 10 starts. The Orioles are also 6-0 in their last 6 Sunday games. Based on these factors, I recommend betting on the Orioles on the money line. Combined, these teams put up 9 runs in the series opener on Friday, and that was with the Orioles' bats going nearly mute on the night. Gray does not give up a lot of runs, however, if Baltimore gets swinging early, they should be able to get him out of the way earlier as well. The Twin starter has thrown just 5 or less frames in 5 of his last 8 starts. Irvin won't go long either, but that is mapped out in advance, with maybe 4 or 5 innings being his limit. Baltimore has put up at least 6 runs in 5 of their last 10 games. Minnesota has scored 5 or more in 4 of their last 9 games. Combined, these 2 teams have had 78 of their games reach the over this season. Going into Saturday, the over was 6-1 in the Twins' last 7 games against an AL East opponent. Take the over. Milwaukee Brewers vs Pittsburgh Pirates. Milwaukee had Pittsburgh on the ropes, leading 7-3 after 6.5 innings Friday night, only to let it slip away for their 2nd loss in the last 6 games. The Brewers entered Saturday 2nd in the NL Central with a 43-39 mark, leaving them 1 game behind the Reds for the top spot. On Friday night, Milwaukee finished with 8 hits as Owen Miller, RBI, had 3 of them in the game. The Brewers were 4 of 13 with runners in scoring position and left 8 runners on base in the contest. Freddie Peralta didn't factor in the decision as he threw 5.1 innings, allowing 3 runs on 3 hits with 2 walks and 8 strikeouts. Matt Bush, 0-2, took the loss in relief as he allowed 3 runs on 3 hits with no walks or strikeouts in 2/3 of an inning. Pittsburgh rallied late to take the opening game of the set and ran their win streak to 4 games in the process as they stunned the Brewers in walk-off fashion. The Pirates entered Saturday 3rd in the NL Central with a 39-42 record, leaving them 4.5 games behind the Reds for the top spot. On Friday night, Pittsburgh got 3 hits from Andrew McCutchen, 2 runs, 3 RBI, and Carlos Santana, 2 runs, 2 RBI, to lead the way in the victory. Santana hit a walk-off 2-run homer with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th to give the Pirates the victory. Osvaldo Bido didn't factor in the decision as he threw 3.1 innings, allowing 4 runs on 4 hits with 1 walk and no strikeouts. Carmen Ledzinski, 1-1, earned the win as he threw 2 scoreless innings, allowing 1 hit with 1 walk and 2 strikeouts, in relief. Both these teams have been sporadic this season, with the Pirates leading the division for a good chunk of the first couple months of the year before stumbling. Pittsburgh was 8-18 in May and went 11-15 in June, though even that was bolstered by winning their final 4 games of the month. Ray pitched well enough to beat the Mets in his previous start, but the fact remains that he has been inconsistent at best. Milwaukee has sputtered offensively, and seeing their bullpen implode in a loss Friday has to be cause for concern. Pittsburgh is at home, and Hill is a crafty veteran that is capable of keeping his team in games. Look for the Pirates to claw out a win here to raise the Jolly Roger and take the series. Our team pick is Pittsburgh Pirates. Rich Hill takes the ball for the Pirates as he logs his 17th start of the season in this contest. He comes in 7-7 with a 4.45 ERA, a 1.404 whip, 33 walks and 89 strikeouts over 80 innings of work this season. Hill earned the win in his last start, which came Tuesday at home against the Padres. He threw 6 innings, allowing 4 runs on 9 hits with 2 walks and 4 strikeouts in a game the Pirates won 9-4. In his last 3 starts, Hill is 1-2 with a 5.40 ERA, a 1.56 whip, 10 walks and 13 strikeouts over 16.2 innings of work. Hill makes his 13th career appearance and 12th start against the Brewers in this contest. He is 3-4 with a 3.96 ERA, a 1.241 whip, 31 walks and 68 strikeouts over 63.2 innings of work against them. Hill is 5-6 with a 4.57 ERA, a 1.299 whip, 26 walks and 71 strikeouts over 84.2 innings in 15 career starts at PNC Park. Our total pick is over. Miami Marlins vs Atlanta Braves. The Marlins saw their 5-game winning streak snapped when they lost to the Braves 16-4 on the road Friday evening. Starter Brian Hoeing lasted only 3.2 innings while giving up 7 earned runs on 6 hits, 3 of which were home runs, and walking 2 batters. The relief corps did not fare any better, allowing 9 earned runs on 9 hits over 4.1 innings of work. DH Jorge Soler and Jazz Chisholm Jr. both went deep for the Marlins in the loss. 10 Miami batters were struck out in the game by Atlanta pitching. The Braves won their 6th game in a row by blowing out the Marlins 16-4 on Friday evening at home. Atlanta went deep 6 times in the contest, including 2 by first baseman Matt Olson. Olson had 4 hits, scored 4 runs, and knocked in 4 in the win. Catcher Sean Murphy had 3 hits, including his 14th home run of the season. Starter Michael Soroka picked up his first win of the season by going 6 innings and allowing 3 earned runs on 5 hits and striking out 7 Miami batters. The Atlanta relief corps pitched 2 scoreless innings to hold down the win. The Braves have a good track record against the Marlins, having won 7 of their last 8 meetings dating back to April of last year. They also swept the Marlins in a 3-game series at Lone Pot Park earlier this season. The Braves have been playing well at home this season, winning their previous 4 series at Truist Park. They have also been one of the best defensive teams in the league, ranking highly in slugging percentage, home runs per game, and batting average. The Marlins, on the other hand, have been struggling offensively, ranking near the bottom of the league in average runs scored per game and home runs per game. They also hit poorly at Truist Park last season, batting just .213 with a .3050 OBP and .324 slugging percentage. The Braves also have the advantage of starting pitcher Spencer Strider, who has won 6 straight games. Based on these factors, I recommend betting on the Braves. All 3 of the games played between these 2 teams earlier this season went over the run total, and 20 runs were scored in the first game of the current series at Truist. The Braves have scored 6 or more runs in 5 of their last 7 games. They have an elite offense this season, ranking 3rd overall in the league in runs scored per game with 5.51. Their pitching staff allows nearly a run more per game on average at home than they do on the road. Miami's pitching staff has a 4.26 ERA on the road this season versus 3.66 at home. Atlanta ranks 2nd in the league in batting average and 1st in slugging percentage, so they are certainly capable of scoring in bunches quickly against the Marlins as we saw on Friday. Miami has hit a healthy .274 with a .427 slugging percentage in their past 7 games. Most signs point to a higher scoring affair on Sunday. Take the over.